The story begins in the one place no one ever expected, the place known for noise, ambition, chaos, and dreams, a place where millions rush through life without looking up, a place people call the center of the world, New York City, yet beneath the loudness of it all, something quiet is happening, something spiritual, something powerful, something the media barely mentions, a revival, a return, a rediscovery of God. A movement that is pulling thousands of hearts back to Islam. You would never notice it if you were only looking at billboards and headlines. You would never feel it if you only listened to politicians or commentators, because this revival does not live on screens, it lives in hearts, in late-night prayers, in whispered du'as on subway trains, in tears shed quietly during sujud, in the hands of people holding the Quran for the first time, trembling because something inside them finally woke up. This is the Muslim revival in New York City. And the reason it is happening is not political, not cultural, not forced, it is emotional. Deeply emotional. The hook is simple yet overwhelming. People in the most diverse city in America are converting to Islam because they are tired of living empty lives, tired of running after things that never gave them peace, tired of drowning in anxiety, loneliness, overstimulation, depression, and noise. In a city where everyone has everything, people still feel like they have nothing, and that is where Islam enters, not as an instruction, not as a demand, but as a light. A comfort, a moment of stillness in a world that never slows down. Walk through Queens at sunrise and you will see it, young men carrying prayer mats to the masjid. Their footsteps soft on quiet streets, women in hijabs walking with a peace that contrasts the chaos around them, older men standing outside small stores greeting every passerby as if they have known them for years, and inside prayer halls you will find people you would never expect to be there, a Latino college student with his head down crying into his hands. A young white woman holding the Quran close to her chest like it is the only anchor she has left, an African-American teenager whispering the Shahada with tears streaming down his cheeks. A businessman from Manhattan still wearing his tie, shaking as he whispers, "I feel like I finally came home." These are not rare moments anymore, they happen every week, hundreds every month, thousands every year, and the question everyone asks is why? Why Islam? Why now? Why here? In the heart of America's most diverse city, the answer is written in the stories no one sees, because when you sit with these new Muslims, when you listen to their voices shaking as they share their stories, when you hear the pain that pushed them to seek something greater, everything makes sense. Some were drowning in depression, some were addicted to distractions, some were spiritually starved despite growing up religious, some were tired of a life with no meaning, some were searching for answers no one around them could give. One convert said, "I lived in a city of millions and still felt alone until I heard the Quran." Another whispered, "I was successful on paper, but dead inside." Another said, "Islam didn't just change me, it saved me." These are not dramatic quotes. These are real words spoken by real people whose hearts had been screaming for years, but they finally heard something louder than the noise of the world, the call to God, the pull of truth, the comfort of Islam. And then there is the part no one talks about, the part that makes this revival so powerful, the part that the media will never capture. Islam is spreading through beauty, through character, through kindness, through small actions that hold enormous spiritual weight. A Muslim man giving up his subway seat with a smile, a hijabi woman offering directions to a lost tourist, a store owner forgiving someone who shorted him $1, a Muslim teen returning a stranger's lost wallet with everything inside, a woman reciting Quran softly on a park bench while someone passing by stops because it feels like the sound is healing a wound they didn't know they had. Faith spreads through moments like this, moments the world calls small but Allah calls powerful. In Brooklyn, a neighborhood once known for violence now feels calmer. The masjid has become a sanctuary, a lighthouse, the beating heart of the community. Children run inside laughing. Elders sit outside greeting neighbors, and every Friday, people of every race and background pray shoulder to shoulder, equal, united, loved. In the Bronx, the youth who once felt hopeless now walk with purpose. The masjid mentors them, feeds them, guides them, holds them close like family, something many of them never had. In Queens, diversity becomes unity, Muslims from every corner of the world praying together, breaking fast together, sharing food, sharing stories, sharing pain, sharing faith. And in Manhattan, where the wealthy, the stressed, the exhausted, and the spiritually starved fill corporate buildings, Islam offers something there careers never gave them: silence, sincerity, stillness, purpose, God. People leave the office late at night and walk into the masjid with shaky hands, unsure why they are there. but knowing their soul brought them, and when they bow in sujud for the first time, something inside them breaks and something new begins. This is the revival, not loud, not dramatic, not televised, but real, growing, spreading, transforming, and the truth is this: people are converting because Islam gives what New York City cannot. Islam gives peace, Islam gives structure, Islam gives discipline, Islam gives direction, Islam gives community, Islam gives hope, Islam gives a path home. And for thousands in New York, the path home begins with a single verse, a single conversation, a single prayer, a single tear, and once their heart wakes up, there is no going back. Islam is changing neighborhoods, Islam is changing families, Islam is changing hearts, Islam is changing futures, and maybe the most powerful part of this story is what happens next, because once someone finds truth, their entire life becomes transformed. They treat people differently, they heal differently, they live differently, their homes become places of peace, their children grow up with purpose. Their marriages deepen, their character softens, their hearts glow, and the city begins to glow with them. This is the revival no one expected, the revival the media won't show, the revival written not in headlines but in hearts, and maybe, just maybe, the next heart to join this movement, the next heart to whisper the Shahada, the next heart to wake up after years of searching, is watching this video right now. Listen to your heart, it knows the truth before your mind does, and sometimes the moment that changes your entire life is the moment you finally stop running and allow your soul to return to God.